They told us that the victims, Kaylee Gonzalez and Madison Mogan, were killed first, and they confirmed that Ethan Chapin and Xana Kernodle were killed on the second floor afterwards. They said that Ethan Chapin was killed in the doorway of Xana Kernodle's room before the killer set upon Xana.
So there is some pretty interesting stuff that we're going to get into in this video. Kayla sent me this link, and apparently Ethan's family is wondering about the surviving roommate, why she didn't call police when she called the other roommates. There's more than this screenshot, and we're going to get into it, and this is verified. On Reddit, when it says verified, that means these people went through lengths to verify the person is who they are. And it says, yes, I hope it will come out what Dee heard. Dee supposedly called all the girls in the house after the crying and screaming stopped and no one answered. And she still didn't call the police. She needs to explain herself and her actions that night. This is pretty interesting, and it's been a point of contention that many people have brought up, and there's been a lot of things on both sides. And, you know, it could have been that Dylan was just afraid. People had claimed that Dylan had trauma and stuff like that. It says her family of Idaho murder victim Ethan Chapin questioned why surviving roommate Dylan didn't call the cops after hearing crying and screaming, and claims she called all of the girls in the house rather than 911. Maybe you could still explain that, like, she was just fearful that this person would come back. I don't know. She could have been shocked, frozen. You guys comment below how you feel about this. It's an interesting conversation that is, I guess, controversial. People get really upset about. Now, check out the channel sponsor, Data Seal. Click the link to save 5% off, and also check out the free scanner service that I use to protect myself from the crazies online. Your information is being sold by data brokers all the time. It's easy for anybody to look up your information using people search websites. They can find your home address, date of birth, email address, phone number. Dataseal.io is the data removal and monitoring service I trust to remove my information from the internet. Click the link below and use the code 5OFFALL to save 5% off your Dataseal subscription. An account believed to belong to Ethan's sister-in-law made several posts online before the arrest affidavit was unsealed for suspected quadruple killer Bryan Kohberger. The court document detailed how surviving roommate Dylan came face to face with the masked man on the night of the murders. Ethan, Xana, Maggie, Kaylee were killed as they slept in the house, which I don't even know if they really were sleeping. And there's been a lot of conjecture about, you know, because I believe, was it Ethan in the doorway and Xana putting up a fight? I don't know if they were fully really sleeping. It seems like police may have actually lied about the details, which they can do. And it says here, his sister-in-law has since revealed that Dylan, who was in the property at the time of the killings along with Bethany, which is the other surviving roommate, called all of the roommates after she heard screaming and crying coming from their rooms. Posting in a thread on Reddit, she said Dee supposedly called all the girls in the house after the crying and screaming stopped and no one answered, and she didn't call the police. Which, you know, some of the things, and this guy, apparently his GPS did ping back later that morning. I don't know if it was like 9 or something. You guys can comment down below. It's very odd. It's odd, but like, I don't know. I really don't know. It says Ethan's sister-in-law. Yes, I hope it will come out what Dee heard. Dee supposedly called all the girls in the house after the crying and screaming stopped and no one answered, and she still didn't call the police. She needs to explain herself and her actions that night. When questioned about who did call the police, she added 911 caller was the friend who went in because Dee called him to come over because she was scared from what she heard in the night. That actually makes sense that she called a friend to come over. He went to Xana and Ethan's room first, then called 911. Why D or B didn't call the police once is the question. The affidavit revealed that Dylan came face to face with a bushy eyebrowed killer, but was spared along with Funke. Which the thing is, I don't know. If this guy would have seen her, I would think that there's no way he's going to let her live. He would probably have killed her himself. Maybe he didn't see her. Dylan told police that she heard several scuffles throughout the night and opened her door where she saw a suspect dressed in all black with a mask covering his face, and heard one of her housemates say there's someone here. She also heard the suspect say, "It's okay, I'm here to help you," as he wandered the house committing the atrocity. Police confirmed that a 911 call was made from the phone of one of the surviving roommates at 11:58 a.m. who requested help for an unconscious person, though it has not been confirmed who spoke to the police. It has raised questions why Dylan didn't contact authorities sooner, with some arguing that she may have been frozen by fear. The 911 caller was the friend who went in because Dee called him to come over because she was scared from what she had heard that night. He went to X and E room first and then called 911. Why D or B didn't call the police once is the question. X and E were in their room. The roommate didn't contact police authorities for 6 hours despite hearing several of her roommates in distress, as well as witnessing the killer. Morrison told cops that she had woken up around 4 a.m. by what sounded like victim Kaylee playing with her dog in a third-floor bedroom. She said she looked out of her bedroom, didn't see anything. Looking again on the second occasion when she thought Xana was crying, Dylan stated she opened the door for the third time after she heard the crying and saw a figure clad in black clothing and a mask that covered the person's mouth and nose walking towards her. After the man moved towards her, she said that she remained in a frozen shock phase as he continued past her but let her survive. The online discussion also dissected where the bodies were found, with the relative adding that both Xana and Ethan were found in her room, which there's some new accounts that Ethan was by the doorway.
Ethan had stepped partly into the hallway where the attack may have begun. These sources also say that Ethan Chapin suffered a slash to the neck.
You guys, comment below. Let me know your thoughts. Tomorrow morning, we will be here for the Alex Murdaugh trial. Make sure you click the link. Notify yourself that we'll be live. Subscribe. Turn on bell notifications. Let me know down below what you think about this whole situation. It must have been, you know, like just screaming noise. It seems like it's possible that they were even awake if he was already stepping into the hallway. It's crazy that this guy, Bryan Kohberger, pulled this off and was able to get away with it for a while. So, yeah, thank you so much for watching. See you guys tomorrow morning. Take care of yourselves. Peace. Bloop, bloop.